Over the years, the churches and monasteries of the cross-border region between Bulgaria and Romania have become true guardians of their national spirit and values. Many powerful revival movements, which had a huge influence on the history and the future of these two nations, were born here. One such place is Mainești Monastery in Olt County, situated some 30 kilometers from the city of Craiova, where our pilgrim tour will begin. Here, some of the followers of the great Romanian freedom fighter Iancu Gianu took the monastic vows in 1818. For this reason, in local folklore, the monastery is also known as Hajduk Scete, a name that is still widely used today. Another beautiful holy place in this part of Romania is the monastery of Calui. Founded in the 16th century under the rule of Neagoe Basarab, where we will pay homage to the imposing three-domed church built in the traditional Romanian style with an open narthex. Its first founders were the Ban Vlad, grandfather of the Buzești brothers, the governor of the Boiar estates Dumitru and the gunner Balika. It was only in 1588, and with the efforts of the Buzești brothers, that the construction was finished, whereas the building of the cells and the bell tower and the painting of the church took even longer. A metochion of the Church of the Holy Sepulchre in Jerusalem, the monastery was left at the negligence of the Greek monks until 1821, when it was burned by the Turks. Today it is an all-female monastery, attracting dozens of pilgrims. We will stop to visit the beautiful St. Nicholas Church in the Danubian city of Calafat, which is also known as the Cathedral of Independence, on account of the several visits made by King Carol I of Romania during the Russo-Turkish Liberation War. Next on our route is the Danubian city of Vidin. An imposing sight rising above the cityscape, the Cathedral of St. Demetrius is the third highest and the second largest in the country. It has been declared a cultural monument of national significance and boasts an impressive landmark. A clock mounted on one of its bell towers, announcing the time at every quarter and full hour for more than 100 years. Experts believe that it can work for another 300 or 400 years. Our tour will end with a visit to Crastata Kazarma, a cross-shaped former military facility. The building, which has become a symbol of Vidin's historical heritage, was erected in the 19th century as the seat of the Ottoman military garrison. Today it is home to the city's ethnographic museum, hosting impressive expositions of traditional local culture. A must-see destination for every tourist here is the Bulgarian town of Belogradchik. It rises spectacularly above a large rock formation shaped by nature in the course of millions of years. One of the most striking landmarks here is the Carleto fortress built by the Romans in the 1st century AD, which fittingly blends with the majestic red rocks in the area. Our tour will now take us to the charming small town of Chiprovtsi, lying in a picturesque mountainous area in the valley of the Chiprovska River in northwest Bulgaria. It was here that in 1688 the Chiprovtsi uprising against the Ottoman rule broke out. Hard times followed as on the eve of the revolt more than half of the population was killed, while Chiprovtsi itself was burned, devastated and plundered by the Ottoman army. Today, the town is famous for its handcrafted kilims, or woven carpets, which are part of the Bulgarian national heritage. One of the oldest holy places in the country can be found in the vicinity. Chiprovtsi Monastery of St. John of Rila, known to have been built back in the 10th century. The monastery is closely linked with the first struggles against the Ottomans, and its tower features an ossuary preserving the bones of the fallen freedom fighters at the time of the uprising. Another stop on our tour is the monastery of St. Ivan Pusti, about 10 kilometers from the city of Vratsa. During the Bulgarian National Revival, it was a true centre of literature and art. In 1611, artisans from neighbouring Chiprovtsi crafted a gilded cross with coloured stones, a unique artistic masterpiece that has survived to this very day. Our tour will end at the Vratsa Balkan, a mountainous area where, perched on the riverbank of the Iskar Gorge, one can find one of Bulgaria's most astounding monasteries. Cherepish Monastery of the Dormition of the Theotokos, declared a monument of culture of national significance. The legend goes that a wealthy Turk named Rashid built one of the residences in the complex in gratitude for his daughters being healed upon visiting the monastery. Time seems to have stopped here. The monastery is surrounded by magnificent scenery, high white rocks overlooking the Iskar River, green eco-trails and breathtaking waterfalls. The Cherepish rocks, rising on both sides of the river, are just some of the wonders of the area. The rich Christian heritage of Bulgaria and Romania testify to the extraordinary coexistence of the present and the past in these lands. The visitors and pilgrims to their monasteries and churches are always stunned by their little-known places of worship and retirement, turning them into extraordinary destinations for pilgrim tourism.